Hey guys, welcome to my live. Good morning, first and foremost. I'm just going to let some people in. It's 10 o'clock. I hope you guys are awake and getting your day started. I'm going to do my chapter 2 analysis. For those of you that know, I have been doing a book challenge for the past 2 days. Good morning from Peru. And we're on chapter 2. So for those of you that didn't hear about my book challenge, me and a couple of my friends are reading A Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. So every day I will be going live and just basically saying what I got from the book, from the chapter. So it's a 40-day, 40-night commitment. And I'm on day 2. So you can't skip ahead. It has to be chapter by chapter. So 1 chapter a day plus 1 audio a day. And everything's outlined in the book. I'm sorry, I don't really know how to say that in Spanish. I don't know how to say challenge. But yes, El Libro, A Purpose-Driven Life. Okay, so chapter 2 starts with saying, we are not here by mistake. So, obviously, if we have a purpose, then we're not here by accident. It couldn't just be by chance. So it kind of takes into consideration saying what I got from it, at least, that really stood out was when they said, look at all of the creations on this earth. Low-key, not even low-key, somehow we're all interrelated, very intimately. From the birds in the sky to the grass on the ground, everything is interrelated and everything has purpose to help one another. I think that's so beautiful, and it solidifies my belief that it couldn't be an accident. Everything has such specific purposes, even our bodies and how our bodies can fight off viruses and all kinds of things. It's definitely no accident. So that was kind of the premise of the chapter. I'm gonna keep this short because I have an appointment to go to, but I hope that you guys are able to read chapter 2. Now, full transparency, it was a bit redundant from chapter 1. Obviously, he's just kind of driving the point home that we all have a purpose and that God has laid out our purpose in the Bible. So it's no secret. It's not something that he keeps us to wonder, and the purposes are there, and they're very effective. If you do the 5 things that God wants us to do, like worshiping, how do you feel after you attend a worship? It's a specific feeling that I can't describe. But you feel it. It feels good. Witnessing to others, or discipleship, helping others in service, outreach. It's just, there's an expected feeling. Like, okay, let's say, in other words, doing community service, doing things for others. Yeah, it helps you feel good, but at the same time, it makes the world go round, because it's kind of like when you help others, that other can now help somebody else, and it's a never-ending cycle. So, I mean, it's kind of like a no-brainer that these purposes that are laid out work. But anyways, I'm not gonna keep on going based on chapter 1. You guys can see that in my previous live. I'm going to end it on this one point that I loved. So he said, If you don't know the purpose of something, you abuse it. And that quote is going to stay with me today because I felt like that was so deep. If you don't know the purpose of something, you abuse it. And that's 100% true. If there's some kind of invention in your house and you don't know what it's used for, chances are you might, I don't know, throw it in the garbage or, just misplace it. My mother, when I was a kid, she used to love going to garage sales. And she would just get these random items. I don't know, she was a hoarder. But anyways, she one time got this bread maker, and the bread maker just sat in the bottom of the kitchen shelf forever. We never used it because no one ever knew what it was. But, this whole entire time we could have been making our own bread, and that would have been great because, my dad loves bread. I love bread. It had purpose. But because we didn't know what it was for, we misused it. So imagine how people live their lives. If you don't know the purpose of your own life, you're going to misuse your life. That's why some people turn to drug addictions and some people turn to other kinds of addictions. I mean, you could really be addicted to anything. That's why people misuse sex and, have sex with a bunch of random people and feel empty inside after, because that's not what sex is for, So, like I said, that's the point that I took from it, and I'm going to hold and I'm going to ponder on today. It can be applied to almost anything in life. So that's why I'm going to ponder that today. I hope that you guys get into the challenge because it's definitely going to be something that is going to change the way that you think. And I feel like all of us have room for growth. So, how do I find it? You can find it on Apple Books. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it on Audible. You could even find it on YouTube if you don't even want to purchase the book. I highly recommend to purchase the book just because, so what I'm talking about is the book A Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. Let me pin it. I always forget to do this. I'm so sorry. A Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. Sorry guys, I'm so bad at hosting. And now I'm covering the speaker. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so the book is pinned. You can find it anywhere books are sold. Barnes & Noble. It's one of the oldest books. I mean, it's not one of the oldest books. The Bible is the oldest book. But it's a very old book. And it's one of the most translated books outside of the Bible. A lot of people have done this challenge, the 40-day challenge. This is like, even military has adopted this. Sports teams have adopted this. Like, he goes into it in his sermons about the significance and how common it is. And it's interesting because this book, it has been in the bathroom of my mom's bathroom since I was a kid. So I've always seen it. I just never opened it up until now. So I'm starting to see why it is such a big book, because it's full of gems. And I feel like this whole 40-day challenge is transformational. Hopefully, at least, the 2 days that I'm in. So far, so good. But anyways, I hope that you guys get the book. If you do and you want to join in the challenge, do not attempt to try to catch up. I'm on day 2, but that doesn't mean you need to be on day 2. I'm going to post all of my lives in Instagram TV, so if you want to refer back to them, you can. And just take it one day at a time, because every day has a different significance. Okay, thank you guys for tuning in. Love y'all, and I hope you guys have a great day.